I started studying for the LSAT. And while I'm studying for the LSAT, I'm still not only going to doctor's offices, but hosting lunches and breakfasts there. And I will never forget this. I had a pediatric office that was really big that I serviced. And we had planned this lunch. And you make small talk. You get to know the front desk staff as part of the job, right? And the nurses. And somebody said, "Oh, have you taken the LSAT yet?" And I think I was like, "No, but I'm preparing. I'm making it happen, what have you." And after that lunch, a woman comes up to me that I had never seen before and said, "Do you have a card?" And I said, "Yeah, I have a card." And she said, "My husband is a chairman," and she listed an international law firm that I knew. She said, "You should talk to him." And I said, "Okay, that's cool, right?" So he was in the DC office, and the next week I get a call or an email from his secretary saying, "Mr. So-and-so would like to set a meeting with you." And I'm like, what? So I go in, right? I have this meeting with this chair. And now I think this far into my legal career, I even understand how impossible that is, right? That just doesn't happen. So I go into this meeting and he starts asking me these questions and, all this other stuff. And he said, "Listen, the life of a lawyer, and particularly working at a big white shoe firm, is a conveyor belt that is very hard to get off once you're on. You need to decide if this is really what you want. And I see something in you. If you're willing to leave your job early, your corporate gig now, I'll hire you as a paralegal for the last 6 months before you start law school, so you can figure out whether this is what you really want to do." Now, most people will hear that and think "Oh, he's about to offer her a job." What he offered me is an opportunity to figure out whether these were golden handcuffs that I wanted before I let them put them on me. So I took a huge pay cut to go work, and I need money, right? I need money. I'm about to go to law school, and I'm leaving.
Everybody tracking with you, we know you needed that.
Right. I'm about to leave my pharma gig, which pays me well, and I had a cost of living adjustment because I moved from Philly to DC area, right? To go take this job that doesn't really pay a lot, because I was I think I was classified as a legal assistant. I don't even think I was classified as a full paralegal, but something in me was you need to do this. I got in that job. It was the most stressful 6 months of my life. I was oh my God, this is not glamorous at all. It's stressful. The billable hours, the demanding clients, everybody's on edge. This man who was really nice to me is kind of a demon in this office now, right? It was a lot. And I was I don't know if this is for me. And I don't know what is, but I don't know if it's this. So why that's a God moment for me is because had I not had that experience and I stayed in pharma, took the LSAT, went to law school, that's the path I would have been on. That is the path. So that was the first time where it was a God moment, in the sense that he was steering me away from something that I really wanted and something that would be really lucrative. And I would have never thought that I would be miserable in that environment had I not been in it. Because here's the thing, you can be a summer associate. The legal profession is one of the few professions where they treat you better as an intern than they do as a right?
Yeah. It's a sales pitch. It's a sales pitch, farmer.
Yeah, right. You're an intern, you make crap money, you just waiting for the full-time offer. Summer associateship, man, you're out here at these lunches and expensive dinners, volunteer events, social events, weekend retreats away. Billing hours is probably the least important. They want to see what you can do. Can you research and can you write? But it's not high on the list. All that goes out the window when you get hired, right? So, and not that I walked away fully, because I still tried to navigate and negotiate and bargain with okay, well, maybe if I go this way, it'll be a little bit better. Maybe if I go to a smaller market, so it wasn't, there were levels to it, but that was the first time where I was he really saved me from myself.